Hello, it is Sunday, December 31st, 2023. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Sunday crossword, which means we're going to be solving a big themed puzzle with a title, and it is also New Year's Eve, so presumably, well, I shouldn't say presumably, possibly, it will be related to that. And this possibly New Year's Eve related edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Victoria Rojishka, Kathleen Quinn, Quotidiophile, and, as always, the indomitable Showmaster and the incredible Horan family. So thank you so much to the five of them. They are benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, which means they support this channel, they keep it going. And as we close out another year of the Daily Solve, thank you so much to everybody who is a patron of the channel. I really do appreciate it. It has kept this thing going much longer than I expected it to. I have to be honest. It was a bit of an experiment when I started, but here we are. And so thank you if you've helped keep it going at any point, for any amount of time, for any pledge level. And anyway, if you'd like to join in on that, you can head over to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the link in the description field underneath the video where you can find all of the bonus videos available to patrons, as well as, of course, the official mug for benefactors. There's also the Daily Solve Discord chat server, which you can join. And there's a link to that in the description field as well. It's a nice friendly chat community over there. And finally, it is a big help if you support the channel, even through little things like subscribing on YouTube, commenting under the videos, and liking the videos if you enjoy them. Those things are all helpful, so thanks if you've done any of them. All right, so let's get on to the crossword itself. This is a construction by Matt Linzer and Raphael Musa. Each of, I can't remember exactly how many puzzles they've constructed, about a handful each, I think. And it's entitled It's Going Down, so that may refer to perhaps the sun setting on the year of 2023, or maybe the ball being dropped in Times Square as we approach midnight. I'm not sure, but it'll be probably something to that effect. I don't know. In any case, we'll find out soon enough. It was edited, as always, by Will Shortz, and let's start solving. That guy? Him, you might ask? Kondo organizing Kondo, right. So this is Marie Kondo, the famous tidying up guru. Anti-discrimination measure of 1990 in brief. Probably 1990, I think the Americans with Disabilities Act, the ADA, which had a big effect on accessible sort of regulations and buildings and things like that in the U.S. Laughs. Let's see. Ha-has? Is it as simple as that? Let's try it and see. Latin expression that's almost always abbreviated, probably id est, which is abbreviated IE to indicate, sort of an explanatory note or an example of the thing. I guess an example of the thing is more often EG, but IE sort of that is to say, I guess. Before midnight, sloth, EG. Right, this reads like a theme clue to me. This reads like something that is going to be related to the theme. Before midnight, sloth, e.g. Sloth is one of the 7 deadly sins, famously, which I wonder if that's relevant. Not quite getting there. Like about 60% of the world's population would be Asian. There we go. Blanche's sister in A Streetcar Named Desire. Oh, Stella, famously. So the event for Cinderella would be the ball. Of course, her big, exciting event. So what is this before midnight? Herb or her something? No, just can't quite see it. Romantic profession. I'm not sure. I mean, this could mean romantic in the sense of love, or it could mean romantic in the sense of the sort of artistic movement. I don't know. It could be something else. I'm not quite seeing it. App coder for short. Someone who codes an app is a dev, maybe a developer, a software developer. Not in gear, right? Okay, so if a vehicle is not in gear, it could be an idle. And romantic profession, right? What do I think this is? Something love? Yeah, just not getting there. Home to the Wat Cheng Thong temple. This looks like it would be in Laos to me, especially with that Wat there at the beginning. What about signified? Yeah, signified meant. I think that's probably right. Oh, herbivore. Before midnight, sloth, e.g. Why? Okay, there's something punny going on, and I have yet to decode it. Before, her before. Trying to think if there's something going on that sort of deals with almost homophones or something. Sloth, e.g. her before. Could be. Might be on the wrong track with that. Physicist Fermi, Enrico Fermi, is a physicist, famously. Oh, wait. Sloth, e.g., is like I said, it's one of the deadly sins. And then here we have before midnight, sloth, e.g. What on earth is going on there? Interesting. I don't know what that means. Sublet offerer. So a tenant could sublet their flat or their apartment to someone else if they're, I don't know, out of town or something. Reality star Teresa of Long Island Medium. I've never even heard of Long Island Medium. Is that a medium in the sense of somebody who contacts the spirit realm or something, I'm guessing? If it's a reality show, that sounds like what it maybe is. Well, yeah, I don't have a clue about this person's name. All right, we'll have to move on. Right, here's another one of these. After midnight, ointments infused with cottonwood or calendula, e.g. Liniments? Romantic profession. Oh, right. Should have thought about this. So I thought of different senses of the word romantic. What I didn't think of were different senses of the word profession. So obviously a profession could be an occupation, a job, but it could also be something you profess, such as, I'm in love. You could state that romantically. Okay, very good. Fighting, if you're fighting, you're at it maybe with another person. Oh, lotions, right. Okay, sorry. So, what is going on with this? Oh, sloth, right, sorry, sloth. Sloth the animal is a herbivore, right, obviously. Okay, well, I still don't know what the before midnight is doing. I mean, obviously, before midnight, after midnight, it's relating to midnight, clearly, the new year. I mean, as we expected, but I just don't quite see what's going on. Okay, well, whatever. We'll keep going. We'll see what happens. TikTok post informally, a video. Seems straightforward enough. Phishing targets could be ID information or phishing target. Something about your identification. Identification, ID, numbers. I don't think that's right. It doesn't sound right even, and it also doesn't fit. Chai for one. A tea, a spiced tea or something. Not sure. Transported as some emergency goods. Airlifted, maybe? Yeah, that fits. What hath blank to do with sleep? What hath night to do with sleep? Milton, apparently. Okay, that's interesting. Fair enough question. Fishing targets. Identifiers? No. Well, it probably does need to end with an S. Mexican shawls, serapes, so, sort of a shawl, a wrap. After midnight, synchronized swimming. So presumably this, based on the other examples of this we've seen, the answer will simply be a straightforward answer to synchronized swimming. And we, or at least I, don't yet know what after midnight is meant to communicate here. Synchronized swimming. Just not sure. Wad up, to ball up, or to I don't know. Okay, bygone Palm smartphone. Oh, wow. Okay, I never owned any of these, but believe it or not, I think I remember that there was a device called the Palm Trio. This was the company that manufactured the Palm Pilot, the personal digital assistant that was completely made obsolete by the smartphone, and then they made their own smartphones for a bit, and then they went out of business. So anyway, but I think I do remember the Palm Trio, spelled this way, Treo. Cosmetic goop. Gel or... Why can't I think what this would be? Title roles for Norman Bates and Patrick Bateman. Psychos. Right, yeah, okay. Because Norman Bates is the character in Alfred Hitchcock's film Psycho, and Patrick Bateman is the lead character in the film American Psycho by, what's her name? Mary. Oh, can't remember the director's name. Sorry. Anyway, and a novel as well. Okay, Cosmetic Goop and Cedar Rapids College Co. Maybe there's a college named Co. I don't know if that's what this one is, but maybe. Prepared as a report. Typed up a report. There we go. Mary Jane. Pot. So Mary Jane is a slang term for marijuana, which is also pot. So there we go. So maybe this is Co. Device placed under a tongue. A thermometer or a device placed under a tongue. Fleece. To rob somebody could be to fleece them. Evacuation survival pack. A bug out bag, right. I only know this phrase because I worked on a game called Firewatch that involved this as a plot point. And I'd never heard it before. I'd never heard that specific phrase before. Anyway, Despicable Me supervillain. I'm not sure. Computer circuitry component. Oh, I think I've encountered. No, this was in the crossword just about 3 days ago. That's funny. If it's the same character, I think it was clued as protagonist rather than supervillain. That's interesting. What was it? That's infuriating. What about this one? Device placed under a tongue. Do I have anything else now with it? Oh, a shoe tree. Right, the tongue of a shoe. You would insert a shoe tree into a shoe to sort of maintain its shape. Okay. Reality Star Teresa. It looks like it could be Caputo or Capote or something. College Athletics Channel. Oh, ESPN-U. I've seen this before. So ESPN, the U.S. Sports Network, and then this is the one for university level sports. So maybe Caputo then. Snore idiomatically. Oh, to saw wood, because it's sort of sawing wood sort of sounds like the sound of a snore, or vice versa. Okay, hang loose hand sign. Is that's sort of this, right? What is that called? Something? I don't know. Before midnight, one with major influence, a power broker. There we go. Also, The Power Broker, an absolutely extraordinary biography by Robert Caro of Robert Moses, the major New York City builder and power broker. Really just amazing book. It's got, and I saw actually that sorry, this is such a strange thing, but it is a really, really great book. It is really worth reading. And I just noticed that Roman Mars, who hosts the podcast 99% Invisible, is collaborating with someone else on a podcast in which I think they're reading The Power Broker over the course of 2024. So they're dividing it up into, I forget, 10 or 12 sort of chunks and following along reading with the podcast. And Conan O'Brien, the U.S. late night host, who I was already aware is an absolutely massive fan of Robert Caro, as I am, was on a podcast with Roman Mars to sort of kick off this project. So anyway, if you're interested in reading a really extraordinary work of nonfiction about a strange and fascinating figure who dominated 20th century New York, there's a way you could do it with the 99% Invisible podcast following The Power Broker. Read along. Anyway, there we go. There's a recommendation for you for 2024. All right. It's got all the answers. A key, maybe? In the sense of an answer key for an exam or something? Maybe let's try it and see if that works. Hang loose hand sign. Oh, shake? Is that what that's called? Bart part. Shaka maybe. Oh, that sort of sounds familiar. Anyway, Bart part This is Bay Area Rapid Transit, the commuter rail system in the San Francisco Bay Area. So part of that would be area, which is the A bit, and then that would be Shaka, which does sound right now that I see it and say it. When to see the 86 down? Oh, this will be New Year's Eve, obviously. Okay, and then what is it? Is it the ball? I bet it is the ball drop. End of December tradition depicted 5 times in this puzzle. Right, it is. Now, how does that work? Before midnight, sloth, e.g. Before midnight, ball drop. Oh, the ball is just coming off of it. Oh, that's it. Oh, I see. The herbivore is it's kind of indicating where in time we are relative to the ball dropping, I think. So then what was the other one? Lotions. So then are we going to have another kind of ball that is dropping for? Oh, no, the ball's here. Right. Okay. It's the same ball. So this one says after midnight. Right. So after midnight, we're already, I guess, down at the end of the ball, or I guess is what that means. Okay. Well, we'll find more of those. I don't remember if I've seen any others yet. I think I might have, but I don't remember. Anyway, we'll get there. Okay. So I think that's how this works. Cheese used in spanakopita. So that's the Greek sort of spinach pastry. So feta cheese would be used. And seriously, you might ask someone, for real? Greek god whose name is an anagram of a flower, Eros, which is the anagram of the rose. Never seen that observed before, despite the fact that Eros and the rose both have connotations around love. Try, take a stab, maybe? Aspirin alternative could be Aleve. It's a painkiller medication. Blank rabbit, Brer Rabbit, the figure from American folklore. And then Sonicare competitor Oral-B. Aer Lingus is the Irish airline. Blonde or brown quaff, you could have an ale, a brown ale, or a blonde ale. Beer. And then a foot part could be the ball of your foot. Right, here's another ball. So, oh, right, it was the power broker was one of them. I forgot because of my long detour about that, my long digression. So anyway, here we have before midnight again, and then here we'll have after midnight. Yes, after midnight, Journey's Open Arms and Guns N' Roses' November Rain, e.g. are what? What are these? I don't really know either of these bands particularly well, to be honest with you. I don't know. I simply don't know. Okay, you'd think I would be able to at least infer it with so much of the word filled out, but I don't seem to be able to. Anyway, actress Lindsay... Oh, maybe this isn't a stab then. This is probably Lindsay Lohan, I would think. So take a shot. There we go. Okay. Well, that doesn't help. That's exactly the same. Okay. Qatar's capital is Doha. So lads, what does that mean? Ballads? Oh. I didn't pick up on this element of the theme. Foot part is the ball, but then the after midnight, it continues on. Wait, so what was I missing then about ballads? What? Why? Sorry, I don't quite understand this. This one needs... Oh, it's power ballads specifically. Oh, they're power ballads. Oh, and these are herbal lotions. Oh, right, okay. Right, that didn't even occur to me. I just sort of saw that ointments infused with cottonwood or calendula, e.g., could be lotions, but it didn't even occur to me that it would be silly to have all this extra stuff about being infused with cottonwood or calendula. You could glue lotions by simply saying ointments, but no, we need herbal lotions here. Okay, so I think is it only the after midnight ones that work this way, I think, that continue on from the ball drop? I think so. I don't see any way to do that with before midnight. Maybe I'm missing something about that. I don't know. I don't think so. One with major influence, power. Yeah, that just seems... Yeah, I think these are complete. Okay, so interesting. We just need to watch out for the after midnight clues in this regard. All right, interesting. I'm glad I caught it at least, because I certainly didn't for a while there. C71 down. What is that? With 42 across, Lust for Life singer. I don't know. Okay, we'll skip that. Chai for one. Right. Still not sure. Despicable Me, hookup that might get kinky is a hose. Could you? So obviously there's some sort of, I don't know, play on words here because you think kinky and you think something, racier, but nope, it's just a hose. Could get a kink in it and, clog up the water. Wildfire debris could be ash, and Duck Hunt console in brief is the NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System. Here's Before Midnight. Devices with warm water and massaging rollers. Hot baths or something baths. What is it? With warm water and massaging rollers. Massaging rollers. I'm not sure I know what those are. Well, I think I can imagine what a massaging roller is, but not in a bathing context. I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, there's going to be a ball here then, right? Probably here. Great time. Yes, a great time is a ball. You're having a ball. You're having a great time. So then here's After Midnight. Oh, this might help us solve the baths. So After Midnight, event for Cowboys or Broncos. Something ball game, football game? Oh, foot baths. Okay. Fair enough. I've never had this kind of fancy foot bath, I guess. So football game. Yes, there we go. Right. Okay. This is the first one I think that I've seen in which is this the answer? All the other cases of the After Midnights I've seen so far, they're still valid words, even if they don't necessarily answer the clue. So lads here doesn't really answer this clue, but it's still a valid word if you're just simply reading the grid. Whereas in here, it isn't. Hopefully I have it right. I might not. Let's look at the crosses. Lust for Life singer, right? I don't know. Chevy SUV. Tahoe, I think, is a Chevrolet sport utility vehicle. To make edits to is to amend or emend. Technically, it could be emend with an E. That's almost never used in American English, so probably not. Like some dives or jams. Like some dives or jams. Not sure. What about this? Clarified butter variety, so ghee, Indian clarified butter. Ice cream name, Edie is used in the brand name Edie's Ice Cream. Like some dives or jams. Oh, seedy, as in a seedy dive bar, so a kind of disreputable bar, I suppose you could say. Or jams, seedy jams, the seeds of the fruit used to make the jam are still present. All right, Before Midnight, surpass, go beyond. I bet we're going to put a ball here, aren't we? Yes, umpire's call in baseball could be ball. After Midnight, totally lose it, go ballistic. Right, okay, so here, yes, listic is as well not a valid word. So I think safe to say that these do not need to be valid words here. This looks like Eggy. I don't know, maybe it's not. Oh, is it Iggy Pop? I didn't recognize the song. There we go. So let's go up here. Oops. There we go. Iggy Pop, the singer. All right, great. So then balderdash could be pshaw, maybe, used to indicate disbelief. Word with space or rock. Space opera or rock opera are both genres, one of film and one of music. Lab tube with a bulb. A pipette, maybe, used to kind of carefully drop amounts of liquid. Okay, this is spiced tea. Right, that's funny. I wouldn't have spelled it this way. I would have said spiced tea. Spiced tea. Because it's not, it still is tea leaves. It's not as though it's a tea just made of spices. It's still, which is what I would think if you said spiced tea in the same way that if you said kind of herb tea, you wouldn't expect it to have tea leaves. But maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just setting it up an argument to justify my own belief. I don't know. Anyway, there we go. Spiced tea. Sugar source. Cane sugar. Big acronym in purifying filters. HEPA, or a HEPA filter. I've certainly seen this. I don't remember what it stands for or means, but there we go. I'm certainly aware of it. And then kind of rock or where to see it. Arena. So arena rock, which would be seen at an arena, hence the name of the genre, arena rock, kind of big, loud, rousing rock music, I guess. Holy chambers in Judaism. Arks, so holding the Torah, say. Before midnight, some household expenses, water bills would be household expenses. That means we're going to put a ball here because it's before midnight. So yes, to wad something up is to ball it up. There we go. I think I looked at this clue before. I don't know why that didn't occur to me, but anyway, there we go. Journalist Korik. Oh, Katie Korik is a journalist whose name I recognize. So then cosmetic goop. Oh, Jele. That's something, isn't it? I think that's right. Can't win 'em all. That's life, you might say. Accepting defeat. And fishing targets are, identities. Oh, right. Okay. I thought I thought of that as an idea, and maybe I mistyped it, or maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't actually try it. I don't know. Anyway, there we go. You could be fishing. So fishing, spelled PH, refers to a malicious actor trying to gain control or obtain your information through usually some kind of sort of social engineering. Anyway, after midnight, synchronized swimming. Oh, right. And this didn't make sense to me before because I didn't understand how the theme worked yet. But anyway, now we can see the answer is water ballet. There we go. Water ballet is an example of synchronized swimming. Great. I didn't need to know all that. TMI, too much information. Largest ethnic group of China would be Han Chinese. It's the largest ethnic group in China. Fourth ingredient in a classic 3-ingredient sandwich. Mayo? Mayonnaise? Oh, I think this is referring to BLT, the bacon, lettuce, and tomato, which also does involve mayonnaise, in part to protect the bread from the moisture of the tomatoes. Bart Simpson catchphrase. Oh, ay caramba. No. Sorry. There's no E there. There we go. That is what Bart Simpson, or one of the things Bart Simpson exclaims. To run up as debts would be to incur debts. To go all over a country, say, would be to tour it. And blank spring, 2010's protest, the Arab Spring, famous global event. Subjects to a tirade would be rants at somebody, maybe. Subjects them to a tirade. Physiques for short could be bods, so your literal body, your physique. And conjunction used in logic, nor. So neither this nor that. An example of a sort of logical connector. And, or, nor, but, that kind of thing. Else. Maybe not but, else. Non-elective courses, abbreviation. Requirements or requisites in a, university curriculum or something. Okay, AC. All these options sound great. I can't decide. They're all good. East by southeast or north by northwest would be a direction on a compass. Spacey sort could be a ditz, maybe, someone who's a bit spacey, a bit ditzy, a bit kind of, perpetually distracted, maybe. Where to see the 86 down? 86 down says ball drop. Right, okay, as I mentioned before starting the puzzle, that is the Times Square ball drop. There we go, in New York City. If one is less welcoming in terms of their personality, maybe they're a bit icier. And then a final image in a preschooler's book maybe is a zebra. A brand owned by Hasbro is Nerf, I guess, must be owned by Hasbro. And then rapid transit, raft. So not rapid transit in the sense of public transport on rail, but rather going down the rapids, a rapid river. You could be rafting down it. Okay, a Toledan title. So, as is so often the case, a place name often simply indicates a dialect or language. In this case, Spanish, Toledo. So, Señor would be a title in Spanish. And then here we have a pool accessory. So this would be pool in the sense of billiards rather than a swimming pool. So you could use a pool cue in pool to shoot. And if something's hinging on, it's reliant on. Yes, okay. If something's hinging on your support, it's reliant on your support to succeed. And pranks with rolls informally could be TPs. So if one pranks someone using rolls, if you prank, you TP someone's house, for instance, you cover it with toilet paper. That would be a prank using rolls, toilet roll. And brewskis are beers. There we go. Eddie Bauer competitor. So here's LL Bean. This is a clothing manufacturer, LL Bean, and as is Eddie Bauer. So, same for us. So are we. There we go. That sounds plausible. And to forbid something from happening is to bar it, to prevent it. A mushrooms is called a pileus. The cap of a mushroom? I don't think I knew that, but there we go. It looks correct to me. Some adobe abodes, casas, so homes, houses. And I think the point of this clue is simply, on one part, they just kind of the nice little assonance, I suppose, between adobe and abodes. They just, they kind of share a lot of letters and sounds, but also adobe is a Spanish word, as is casa for home. So there we go. You could have an adobe house, and you see those often in the southwest of the US or Mexico. All right, wagering sites that closed in New York City in 2010 in brief. I do not know this. Closed in New York City in 2010, I don't know. Okay, bike ride mishaps. Flats, flat tires, I would think. Oh, OTBs over the... I don't know. What about this? Branch offices. Oh, satellites. Oh my goodness, look at that. It was emend. I'm pleased. I'm glad I specifically mentioned that it could possibly emend, but I didn't think it would be likely to. But it was. To make edits to something could be to emend it. There we go. All right. So then branch offices, e.g., are satellites. Yes, right. And that's why I thought to put emend in there. Okay. Computer circuitry components are processors, as in the central processing unit in a computer. Oh, Gru. Gru is the Despicable Me character that we saw the other day. Right. So then gas, e.g., is a utility. You might pay your utility bills in your home. And then here we have St. Lucia, Caribbean nation. There we go. And I'm just checking to see. Oh, yes. Okay, this. OTBs. I don't know what this stands for. I'm going to guess the OTs are over the, but maybe not. Or something betting, something overtime bet. I don't know what this is. Yeah, sorry. Okay. Anyway, beam, a beam of light, a ray of light, for instance, and giving a once-over could be eyeing someone or something like that. Eyeballing? I don't know. Potter's Pal at Hogwarts. Winslow? I don't know. I've not seen nor read Harry Potter, so I'm not quite sure what this is. I might recognize it when I see it. I don't know. Form of algae also known as rockweed. I can't think of this either. Maybe I'll recognize it when I see it. Like most award shows. I don't know. This little corner is giving me trouble, isn't it? Belgian River in a World War I battle. The Yser, it's Y-E-S-R. Probably mispronouncing that slightly. Yser, I'm not sure. Apologies, but that'll be the answer. The father of American literature, per Faulkner. Twain, sorry. Okay. That was the strangest thing. I had just an odd mental experience right now. I kind of was imagining the concept of Mark Twain, but without his name attached to it. That was so bizarre, given what a kind of ubiquitous name Twain is. Very weird experience I just had. I don't really know how to explain it. Anyway, there we go. That's the answer. Geek Squad's specialist informally, an IT pro maybe, an information technology professional, could be. But let's keep going, although this looks a bit strange. Oh, no, it isn't. Unacquainted with would be new to, something you're unacquainted with a person, you're new to them. TV and radio host Andy, I don't know, doesn't look familiar to me. Vexation could be anger, irritation, ire. And start to make fiction fact. Start to make fiction fact. What am I missing here? No I or no A or something? The different letters between fiction and fact? I'm not quite sure what we're looking for there. Okay. Star sign. Question mark. Japanese crispy cutlet, katsu, as in chicken katsu, for instance, or pork katsu, which is a nice dish to make. It's easier to make than sort of deep-fried chicken. A form of algae also known as rockweed. What is this? Sea something? Algae? Sea? Oh, it's infuriating that I can't see what that is. Like most award shows, on late. It doesn't make any sense at all. Oh, annual probably. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So middle name for musician Sean Lennon, Sean Ono Lennon, I would think. Here we go. Here's an unusual way, a less common way of cluing the official solo female artist of the New York Times crossword, Yoko Ono, but here we are cluing it via her son. All right. Mathematician Neugebauer. Auto, maybe? Bring in. Loop in. You loop someone into a plan, you bring them in. Spanish bear. Oso. There we go. That's Spanish for bear. Star sign. Autograph. There we go. Yes. Okay. So a star, a famous person, could, sign something for you, autograph it. Great. This looks like Cohen then, maybe? Start to make fiction. Oh, non. Non turns fiction into fact because you make non-fiction, which is factual writing. There we go. Very good. Okay. Almost there. Oh, this is eyeing up. Giving a once-over. Maybe I didn't say the up before. Maybe I just said eyeing. I don't remember. Oh, Weasley. Ron Weasley. That is a name I've heard before from Harry Potter. I definitely have. And it is Sea Oak. Wow. Okay, wouldn't have guessed that one. Okay, glad I got the crosses. Hope this is all right. It is. All right, there we go. That was the Sunday puzzle. And a nice ball drop theme, as predicted, based on the name. Obviously, the Sunday puzzles with their titles do give us hints about the theme. And there were several references to it. So we had Times Square, where the ball drop occurs on New Year's Eve. And as it says here, the ball drop is the end of December tradition depicted 5 times in this puzzle. So 5 times, can I find them all? We had ball here connecting herbivore and herbal lotions. Here connecting power broker to power ballads. I'm going to have to find all these. I'm not going to remember where they all are. Here's one. We had foot baths connecting football game. And here connecting water bills to water ballet. So we need one more. Here it is. Okay, good. I did find them all. We have Go Beyond connected to Go Ballistic. There we go. And that was our appropriate end-of-year theme for Sunday, December 31st, as we head into 2024. A nice, appropriate puzzle by Matt Linzer and Raphael Musil. Well done to them. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have an excellent New Year's Eve, and I hope your 2024 proceeds wonderfully. And I hope you join me for more of these videos in the coming year. I intend to keep doing them, so we'll see how long I can go. And that was that for this puzzle and for 2023 in Crosswords. I'll be back tomorrow with a very gentle Monday puzzle to kick off the solving week and to kick off the solving year. So join me for that. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your 2023. Take care.